WFX, working from anywhere. This is one of the greatest organisational change things that's happening, and I'm getting really excited about it. Why do I have to work in an office? Why can I not work from anywhere around the globe with the right technology, the right resources and the right support? Now, I explored the benefits to individuals and organisations yesterday, and I wrapped by saying there are some concerns, and organisations are talking about these, and they shouldn't be stoppers. They shouldn't be a reason to not to do it. But there's going to be some fundamental shifts in ways of thinking, ways of working to make this happen effectively. So one of the big ones, and this is a pet subject of mine, is the performance evaluation. And I'll talk about bosses. There's many bosses, I won't call them leaders, there's many bosses who determine a person's performance or evaluate the performance by the hours they're in the office, the hours they're in the seat in front of a computer. Leaders measure performance by outcomes, and there is a vast difference between those ways of operating. And we may have thought that managers or bosses would have had to manage differently during the pandemic because they haven't been able to physically see an employee in the office sitting at a desk. But what's happened is it hasn't caused a shift in the boss behaviour and finding different ways to do things and finding better ways. What we've done is seen a massive increase in employee surveillance, and I'm talking massive increase. I'll give you some figures if I can find them. This is from Top 10 VPN, and the global demand for employee monitoring software increased by 87% this April, their research tells us, and then it was 71% in May. And these surveillance tools can track every keyboard stroke. It can track when there's a delay in keyboard strokes for a particular time. It can take photos of what's on your screen. It can take photos of you in front of the computer. It can send alerts when there's a lack of activity. So managers are monitoring employees. It can even on your mobile device track, as like a GPS, track where you are at any point in time. Are you in the office or have you gone for a walk? I mean, it's draconian. But managers have not known any way other to evaluate employees than to invest in these intrusive tools. So we need to invest, because we can do it, in selecting and developing leaders who focus on outcomes and evaluate performance employees by those outcomes, not the time in the office. Talk to you tomorrow.